The Raw Mare for the Job. Written by Twinkletail. Fluttershy could hardly believe her ears. Her ears had rarely done anything to lead her astray before, to be honest. They were good, dependable ears, picking up every sound that they needed to. This time, though, she was sure that they heard something incorrectly. She stared at her mare friend, trying to comprehend what she might have actually said. It certainly wasn't the sentence she thought she'd heard, that was for sure. No pony, not even Twilight, would come to her and legitimately ask that.
Fluttershy?
Twilight asked, after giving her a good window of time to respond.
Can you do it? Do what?
She regretted that response instantly. Twilight would see right through this plain, dumb routine. Sure enough, Twilight rolled her eyes.
Come on, Fluttershy. I'm sure you heard me.
Then she cast her eyes downwards.
Should I take that as a no? No.
As unsure as she was about what she thought she'd heard, the last thing she wanted to do was disappoint Twilight. That was the problem, though. If she was to do what Twilight was requesting of her, she was sure to disappoint her.
Then is it a yes?
Why me? There's so many other ponies that can teach you to fly. Better than I can.
Like who?
Fluttershy carefully studied Twilight's response for a hint of sarcasm, only responding once she had failed to find any.
Rainbow Dash?
Rainbow Dash? Really?
She's the best flyer in Equestria.
Well, yes, she's very good,
Twilight answered, taking the seat on Shy's couch.
But that's the thing. When you're dealing with a physical activity like flying, you don't send a beginner to the pony who's the most skilled at it. If I went to learn from Rainbow Dash, she'd probably try to go right into tricks, and I'm nowhere near ready for that.
Fluttershy nodded a bit. She supposed that made sense.
What about Spitfire?
Same situation, Fluttershy,
Twilight responded with a smirk.
The captain of the Wonderbolts is a bit above my talent level.
Princess Celestia?
If you don't want to teach me, you don't have to, Twilight said quietly, looking away.
It's not that.
The Pegasus said, resting a hoof on Twilight's shoulder.
Then what is it?
Fluttershy opened her mouth, then looked away, ashamed.
I'm not a very good flyer. I don't know why you want to learn from me when I'm so bad at it.
She sighed a heavy sigh, then looked up to gauge Twilight's reaction. For her part, Twilight wore a look of confusion on her face.
Really, Fluttershy? Of course you're a good flyer.
Fluttershy tried to smile, but failed.
It's really nice of you to say that, Twilight. But you don't have to lie just because we're together. I know the truth. I'm the wrong man for the job.
Fluttershy sighed again, her ears drooping. She felt Twilight take her hoof.
You're the perfect pony for this job, sweetheart.
Now it was Fluttershy's turn to be confused.
What?
Shy asked, raising a brow.
Why?
Fluttershy, who was the pony who flew around when we were doing the whole mare duel deal?
That wasn't much.
Shy said, rubbing at her mane with a hoof.
It was just a little flight.
And who helped Ponyville's Pegasi with the hurricane when it looked like they wouldn't have enough wing power?
Twilight asked, rubbing Shy's hoof gently.
It wasn't much. Only just barely enough to get the going.
Fluttershy replied, though she was beginning to smile a little.
And who was able to pull a hot air balloon fast enough to catch up to Rainbow Dash, of all ponies?
Twilight continued, giving Shy's hoof a little kiss. Mwah.
Well, this girl must be a big meanie.
Shy squeaked, blushing brightly. Her smile grew a bit more as she looked into her love's eyes. It doesn't matter why, sweetheart, Twilight told her, scooching a bit closer and leaning against Fluttershy. Even though you might not think it to be true, you're a good flyer when the situation calls for it. But that isn't even why I'm choosing you.
Then, why are you?
Fluttershy asked, looking deep into her eyes.
Because you're just what I want in a teacher for something like this. You're sweet and kind, and you'll be gentle with me when I inevitably make mistakes. You may not be the fastest flyer or the best at stunts, but you're naturally graceful, and you look absolutely natural and lovely when you fly.
She gave Fluttershy's nose a kiss.
And I can't think of a single pony I'd rather learn to fly from than you.
Fluttershy didn't have a proper response. She just hugged Twilight, nuzzling just under her chin. Twilight grinned and hugged back, stroking Shy's mane.
So, does that mean you'll do it?
Twilight asked, smirking. Fluttershy nodded, leaning into the hug.
We'll start tomorrow. Right now, I just want to stay here with you.
Twilight somehow didn't have much of a complaint against this.
And my $10 patrons are Chaotic Mist and 212th Trooper. Thank you so much for donating $10 a month to my Patreon. Hey everyone, Agent Fluffy here, and thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. If you want to support me even more, feel free to support my Patreon. The links are right here.